Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jared. I host a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. And I know you're watching this, you're going, hey, what happened? Well, it's my least favorite day. If you didn't know, I live in Indiana. And in Indiana, we do this dumb shit twice a year called daylight savings time. And this is the part where we actually like lose an hour, where the clock jumps forward. Um, Given that my podcast is typically held in the morning, and it is a weekend, it's also a weekend day. Um, I got banned from going live on TikTok for talking about how Donald Trump and Elon Musk have fucked up dicks, and they're the oddly dick duo. Donald Trump is the tiny dick tyrant, and Elon Musk is the oddly dicked outcast. Much to my wife's chagrin. Um, um, Long story short, with the time change, with the fact that I have a TikTok live ban ending up around 1:30 Eastern, today's show is going to be an afternoon show. Probably today only. Full disclosure, life may be a changing for me. I got contacted about being a high school football head coach. My wife and I have talked about for years selling our house and buying a house out in the country. Somewhere the dogs can roam. And I have an interview on Tuesday to be the head coach at Tri-County High School in Wolcott, Indiana, which is about halfway between Lafayette and Chicago. It's not that. It's about 20 minutes north of Lafayette, Indiana, where I went to Purdue. So those are my stomping grounds up there anyway. Okay? So I have an interview there, and we'll see what happens. Okay? You're never prepared enough. As someone who thinks they're prepared, you're never prepared enough. I don't have enough shit ready, but I have a while to produce it. Because the kids, obviously, we won't be practicing football. They won't be mine, right, until the summer anyway. So hopefully you can just get them to start focusing on shit you want them to focus on, right, if you do get the gig. So by the way, I want to make this video and say, hey, I'm a champion of consistency, right? For working on 4 months, I've held a daily live podcast, and we have co-streamed every episode but one where YouTube was fucked up. But we stream a daily live podcast on YouTube, and typically, if not on TikTok, on Clapper. And also, typically it's in the morning, between 8 a.m. and 9:30. Okay? Should I get a head coaching job? I think things will just change. Venue change, maybe. I don't know. I want to be able to continue to talk about the shit I want to talk about. Continue doing what I'm doing. The good news is I don't need to live in a specific town to feel the way I do or do what I do. Good to go. In fact, I'd argue being closer to Chicago is actually a net positive for me, personally, professionally. And keep in mind, I'm work from home anyway. So I got the job that I want. Now I can go get this head coaching job and coach these boys up. And keep this in mind when I say this. I don't expect to get the job. 1, 2, because that's horrifically cocky. And while I am a cocky son of a bitch, I ain't that cocky. Okay, I should not get this job. I do not deserve it. I would, though, sell my fucking house, move across the fucking state to a town I ain't never been in, and spend the rest of my fucking days changing lives. And act like I wouldn't do that. So, I don't know how many people will. And what I'm up against. Okay? And again, don't even expect to get the job. I expect them to see me, start laughing, and hang up. That's how I view everything. That said, though, I wanted to make this video because the concern was starting to pour in, where people are like, hey, are you okay? Keep in mind, I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes even. there's a time change. I have a TikTok live ban ending at about 1:30 today. So fuck it. We're going to do an afternoon show. Okay. And I just want to make this video. My wife's upset that I am telling my audience to make fun of their dicks. She's like, it's woefully immature and below you. And I just wanted to make sure to that I say Donald Trump banned people from saying felon in the fucking White House. And Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan's podcast last week and said that all the insults are really getting to him. And then he got that fucked up ass haircut. And I'm telling you, make fun of their dicks. Like, listen, I know everybody call Elon Musk the president of the United States. Like, again, I've told you. Tim Waltz said a few weeks ago, Elon Musk is a terrible president. And I said, hey, that's great. That's great. We should keep saying it. Elon Musk is a terrible president. Eric Swalwell, fuck man, you're not your last name. Swalwell. He said that he went to the State of the Union and he thought it was crazy because the president didn't talk. He just spent the whole time in a bullpen clapping for his press secretary. And again, you see a pattern here. Elected officials are pointing out like Elon Musk is the shadow president, right? Because Donald Trump's clearly got dementia. Can you imagine how fucking crazy you gotta be to walk back 25% tariffs, and by the end of the day, you're talking about 250% tariffs? How the fuck? You know, and the markets react to that. And it's so manipulative. That's a big thing. We've been gaslit the fuck out of. But yeah, I want to make sure I make this video. I'm alive. Thank you for your concern. Back to your regularly scheduled broadcast tomorrow, right? Monday. But yeah, it's my day off. The fucking time changed, which is absolutely miserable. Imagine going to sleep at the same time at a normal time. It's your normal time. And you wake up and it's a full hour later than your body was ready for. Does it make sense? Like I woke up, oh, it's 6:20. No, motherfucker, it's 7:20. Anyway. So that's what happened this morning, where I was just like, it wasn't even that I was running late, because normally we start a little later. But then I started looking at the fucking news, and then my wife ultimately had to like get ready and leave. She's going out today. But like, time change. I got this live ban ended. Fuck it, I'll go live this afternoon. But yeah, I also want to fill you on what's going on in my life. So hey, I got an interview to be a head coach. I'm not ready. I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. Somebody buy my house. My wife found a house that she likes. She want to move out in the country, woods and shit. It's a 1A school. We gonna bust everybody's ass. I can promise you that. Okay. They were 7-4 last year. Why were you 7-4 and lost your head coach? He moved on to greener pastures. He thought he got as much as he could out of the kids. What a terrible fucking thing to think about, people. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you at 1:30 Eastern this afternoon. And then again, 8 a.m. naturally through Monday through Friday. And the weekends, we do tend to go live a little later. Let you sleep in a little bit, right? Go live at like 9, maybe 9:30 at the latest. Normally. Today is an exception. But I'm going to toot my horn in that I have been doing this. Not only a live podcast, but a post daily. Going on 4 months. I know there's people who've been doing that shit for fucking years. I didn't ever want this. Good to go. It happened to me. This is my response to that. Remember, they say whatever you're doing right now is what you would have been doing during Hitler's regime, during Cold War, World War. Like, if you're sitting on your fucking hands and not saying anything because you're fucking scared, hey, that's the same thing your fucking ancestors probably did. Wake your coward ass up.